My name is Harriet Price and I will be taking you through the MSc programs in marketing at UCD Smurfit Graduate Business School. If you have any questions along the way, please do feel free to type them into the Q&A box and we will answer some of those questions at the end of the session. So, getting on to starting with the different types of marketing graduate courses available at UCD. We have firstly an agenda. I just want to take you through the different marketing programs that are available at UCD Smurfit Business School. So we have the MSc in Marketing, the MSc in Digital Marketing, the MSc in Marketing and Retail and Innovation, and the MSc in Marketing Practice. Across each of those four, I will be taking you through the program overview, a student profile, program delivery, how it's delivered, program differentiators, AI in the program, and career outcomes. And at the end, we will have a Q&A across all the marketing programs. So, marketing as a subject at UCD Smurfit Business School. There are 4 different flagship programs available at UCD, and you will see them there at the bottom of the screen. There is an MSc in Marketing, MSc in Digital Marketing, MSc in Marketing and Retail Innovation, and MSc in Marketing Practice. Those 4 different flagship programs take in an average of 200 to 300 students per year. And on average, again, it is about 84.5% students are employed after 6 months across all these marketing subject areas. And interestingly enough, 89% of the modules that we offer include an AI component or use of AI, with some modules within the courses showing a high AI intensity. When we look at the 4 different courses that the UCD Smurfit marketing programs offer, you will see that the MSc in Marketing, Digital Marketing and Retail Innovation are surrounded by a green block. This is because they are taught graduate programs that highlight, that share, let me put it that way, share certain core modules that across the year. Whereas the MSc in Marketing Practice is a practical-based marketing course that has both academic as well as practical aspects to it and is taught slightly separately and differently from the other 3 masters. So let's start off with the MSc in Marketing. Here we have our academic director, Suhas, and the program manager is Evelyn. When we look at the MSc in Marketing Practice, in Marketing, it is actually ranked as number 37 worldwide by the latest GS Global Masters in Marketing rankings. That's extremely high, and we are very proud of our MSc in Marketing. It's ideal for understanding marketing as a business discipline for students, and it prepares you for a future in marketing specialization. So that might be something like a brand manager, a pricing consultant, a marketing consultant, or even a marketing manager. It really focuses on skill development and knowledge around marketing as well as a bit of practice. It's suitable for graduates from any discipline, and it emphasizes strategic decision-making, data-driven insights, and digital competence. So as I said before, when we look across at the quick facts around the course, you will see that 85% is employed after 6 months, whereas we have it's a 12-month program. It starts in September 2026, and as I said before, it's ranked as number 37 in the world. So, what is the class profile? In general, the class size is about 84 students per class. The average age is 24. There is about a 2/3, 1/3 split female-male in the course. It goes across 13 nationalities, and it has a 76% international class members. So what kind of skills are developed in the MSc in Marketing? It focuses a lot on creativity, critical thinking, quantitative skills, communication, and collaboration. So how are these skills taught? You will see here that the program delivers across 3 main areas. Across 3 trimesters. So there's the autumn trimester, the spring trimester, and the summer trimester. In the autumn trimester, we have the core courses, which are taught across the 3 programs I highlighted earlier. The courses that are taught across these 3 MSc programs are Strategic Marketing Management, Consumer Insights and Analytics, Consumer Behavior, and omni-channel marketing communications. Then what is focused on in the MSc in Marketing happens in the spring and the summer trimester. There's a focus on things like brand management and launching new products. In addition to that, in the third semester, in the summer trimester, there is the marketing project. So, what is the marketing project? While the lectures in general are lectures or taught modules and they teach from proven theory and latest research, the marketing project itself is an experiential learning project where you work with a live case or a business in Ireland that has a specific project that it's looking at. And again, the additional aspect and additional differentiator of this course is the post-course outcome with 85% employment within 6 months. So what about AI in the program? AI skills are actually embedded into all of our marketing programs. So in the MSc in Marketing, there's analytical and or machine learning techniques used in the program. There's data analysis using natural language prompts such as Google Colab. Then there's also practical learning of AI in the program. So our faculty have built custom AI tools and simulations that help to enhance your learning, such as in the omni-channel module. And there is always use of AI in students' projects. So examples of AI tools and techniques that we've used: machine learning models, generative AI, and data visualization. So what about the employment outcomes in recent years for the MSc in Marketing? You will see there's a varied number of companies that our graduates have gone to, from banking through to consulting, through to gambling, through to food and beverage, through to advertising agencies. So as you will see, there is a varied employment outcome in the MSc in Marketing. So that leads me on to the MSc in Digital Marketing. Here your academic director is Julie and your program manager is Leela. So what about the MSc in Digital Marketing? What makes it different from the MSc in Marketing? Well, firstly, in the MSc in Digital Marketing, it's ideal for understanding digital marketing as a modern marketing business discipline. We all know that digital marketing is a fundamental tool. It's dynamic with a focus on proficiency in digital marketing and marketing tech. It prepares you for a future in digital marketing, such as being a digital marketing manager or a social media marketing, or even an SEO consultant. It is suitable for graduates from any discipline. So then again, when we look at some quick facts around the MSc in Marketing Practice, 88% employment after 6 months. It's a 12 months course and it starts in September 2026. The class size is around about 94. The average age is about 25. And again, the split is about 2/3 female, 1/3 male. It goes across 12 nationalities around about. It depends on the year, but there's a big mix of nationalities, and it is a very international class with 83% of the students being international. When we look at the skills development, we see that what kind of skills you actually end up developing on the MSc in Digital Marketing. So you learn to understand digital strategies and through a blend of practical skills and marketing theory. You learn to master the use of digital technologies to enhance your marketing effectiveness and efficiency. You also gain proficiency in digital marketing analytics and tracking, and you learn to build a digital marketing strategy. All very practical skills for employment in the market. Then when we have a look at how this is delivered in the program, you will see again that it is split over the 3 trimesters, with the autumn trimester using the same core modules that are taught across the 3 MSc programs. In the spring and the summer trimester, you will note that it's really about the specialization in MSc in Digital Marketing. So here we see that you have things such as neuromarketing and AI, social media marketing, and things like the customer experience management and the influence and persuasion in the digital age. There is, in addition to that, the digital marketing project. So again, all these programs are lectures or taught modules teaching from proven theory and latest research. The digital marketing project itself is about experiential learning, and again you get a specific digital marketing project that is a live case for a business or organization in Ireland. And then very importantly, the post-course outcome for this course is 88% employment within 6 months. So when we have a look at AI in the program, again, it's similar to the MSc in marketing. So there are analytical and machine learning techniques used in the program. There's a lot of data analysis using the natural language prompts like Google Colab. And there are specific AI modules, such as the neuromarketing and AI course that is taught in digital marketing. Then there is also practical learning in the program. So they use custom AI tools and simulations, which, as I said, were built by faculty to enhance the learning, and they specifically use that in the omni-channel module. And then there's also the use of AI in student projects. And all the examples of AI tools and techniques used are machine learning models, generative AI, and data visualization. So when we have a look at employment outcomes in recent years, we see also for the MSc in digital marketing that there are a varied number of employers. Again, they range from banks, insurance companies, media buying companies, tech companies, pharmaceutical companies, and again, food and beverage companies. So a wide, varied number of employers in the MSc in digital marketing. So now moving on to the third course in the graduate and taught masters. So we have the MSc in Marketing and Retail Innovation. Your academic director here is Anne Shu, and your program manager is Leela. So when we look at this, what is it about this specific course about retail innovation, marketing and retail innovation? So it's ideal for retail specialization, for those people who are very interested in retail and specialization within retail. It has a focus on non-traditional channels and non-traditional business models. It prepares you for a future in retail, so for example being a retail manager, an e-commerce consultant, which is really important at the moment, and then a strategic planner, and even looking at things like sustainable purchasing and supply chain management. So it's suitable for graduates from any discipline. And some quick facts around it: 75% are employed after 6 months. It is a 12-month course, and it starts in September 2026. When we look at the class profile here, we will see that it is a smaller class. It's a specialized master's, so the class size is 20. The average age is about 24. Again, that 2/3, 1/3 split between females and males. There is around 90% of the participants are international, and that is split across 8 nationalities. So a very international and global course. The skills development that you get on this course is an understanding of marketing, emerging retail trends, and the tools that are currently used by the industry to adapt business models. Critical thinking skills are engaged to optimize those retail channels and to redefine presence in a new ecosystem. And there's also the ability to develop actionable insights that's built on these ever-evolving consumer behaviors that we see in the market. In addition to that, there's a range of analytical skills that are taught across technology, data, and behavioral platforms. So again, this is split into the 3 trimesters. So we have the autumn, spring, and summer trimesters. And as I said before, the core modules are taught across those 3 MSc programs, and they are taught in the autumn trimester. And then your specialization in retail and innovation comes through in the spring and summer trimester. You will also see that there is a retail project highlighted. So again, while the courses are lectures and taught modules, there is a retail marketing project in the summer. And that's where you'll get some experiential learning through a live case on retail. The post-course outcome, as I said earlier, is 75% employment within 6 months. So what about AI in this program? Very similar to the MSc in marketing. It also uses analytical and machine learning techniques. There's also data analysis using natural language prompts. And then in the practical side, again, they use their custom AI tools and simulations built by faculty, and there's always the use of AI in students' projects. And examples of those AI tools, again, are machine learning models, generative AI, and data visualization. When we look at the employment outcomes in recent years for the MSc in Marketing and Retail Innovation, we see that it is spread across different types of companies. We see there's a recruitment company, there's pharmaceutical, EY is very much in the consulting side, LinkedIn in terms of tech, and then you'll see the more retail-orientated stores such as Gym Plus Coffee, Dunn Stores, Boohoo, Alibaba, and Primark. All really good employers of MSc in Marketing and Retail Innovation students. That leads us on to our fourth and last marketing program that is offered here at UCD Smurfit Business School. It is called the MSc in Marketing Practice, and I am going to introduce two current marketing advisors who are on the course, who are going to introduce the course to you. I'm going to hand over to Jill and Kate now.
Thank you, Harriet, and thank you everyone for joining us today. As Harriet mentioned, I'm Kate and this is my colleague Jill, and we're going to start off by introducing you to the faculty involved in running the MSc in Marketing Practice, also known as the MDP. So firstly, we have our academic director, Professor Damien McLaughlin. We have our senior program manager, Harriet Price, who you just met, and then we have our other program manager, Fiona Duffy, and our research consultant, Martha Fanning, who we work very closely with on our client projects throughout the year. So what is the MSc in Marketing Practice? So it's UCD's Practical Experience MSc. So it is a master's degree from the academic side, and then it is a year of real work experience as well. So what does a Practical Experience MSc mean? So there's a focus on practical, real-world application with unique action-based learning. Students work in teams as marketing advisors on live business projects, consulting for a wide range of client organizations throughout the year. So we learn to manage. So students consolidate their knowledge of management by adopting and applying actual commercial skills, and prepares us for a future in both specialist and generalized marketing and business growth, brand management and consultative roles. So some quick facts here on the left. So it has a 90% employment rate, so the highest employment rate of all the marketing programs, thanks to our wide alumni network and also our links to industry. It is an 11-month full-time program, and the next cohort will be starting in September 2026. So the class profile, again, it is a smaller class size of around 30. The average age is 23. Again, it has a 2/3 split female and male cohort. And based off of this year, we have 4 nationalities, so it is more nationally and European based. There's a 30% international class. So skills development. So we develop analytical and strategic thinking skills through experience in market research and on real client strategic projects. Our creative and digital skills across social media, content and campaigns. Our communication and presentation skills through weekly presentations. Our teamwork and collaboration skills in a fast-paced consultative project-based setting, and our client-facing experience working with real businesses. So in terms of the program delivery, much like the other programs, we operate on 3 semesters. And then the MSc in Marketing Practice is unique in that it has some core full-year modules. So we have professional development, applied marketing projects, and professional development business building. So these are unique to the MDP. So lectures and modules provide a mix of marketing theory, practical skills, and professional development. So what makes the MDP unique? So our applied marketing projects, so unique action-based learning techniques. So we get the opportunity to work on between 3 and 5 live client projects during the year, learning client and stakeholder management, team leadership, and collaboration. And also the professional development side. So business building, we develop business building relationships with business development workshops, weekly presentations and feedback to develop our presentation skills, critical thinking development through our consultation role on live client projects, and the MDP simulates a work environment developing professional skills. And as I mentioned before, the post-course outcome, 90% employment rate within 6 months. So a look at AI in the program. So similarly to the other programs, AI skills are embedded in the program. So we have analytical or machine learning techniques, data analysis using natural language prompts, And then also this program is different in that we work very closely with our digital marketing lecture, and we also have access to the premium versions of Claude and ChatGPT. And with these tools supported by the program, we develop AI agents, websites, portfolios, and also landing pages, which can then go live. So practical learning in the program, our AI tools are used by students every day through our consultation work with clients also.
Perfect. So now just to take you through some of the clients that we have the opportunity to work with when we're doing the MDP. So we work with a wide range of clients from different kind of areas. So we get to work with entrepreneurs, small companies, middle-sized corporations, big corporations and charities. And we also work in a lot of different industries such as pharmaceutical, food and beverage, different charity sectors, health and wellness, and also fashion and lifestyle. And you can see some examples of the companies we get to work with just in the pictures here, such as Finnegan's Pharmacy, All Tech, marathons, and much more. So then moving on to a day in the life at the MDP. So the MDP is quite different to other masters. It's a self-directed schedule. So it simulates a real work environment. It is 9 to 5:30 every day. We have a flexible timetable tailored to individual workloads and project requirements. So they varied on a day-to-day structure. So we actually have a video here that has been posted on our platform, edited by the MDP advisors, and it just shows a day in the life. So I'll just take you through kind of what a day would look like. So you arrive in at 9 a.m. and you head into the MDP office, which is actually located in a separate wing in Smurfit to simulate the office structure. So we're straight into meetings and client phone calls and organizing everything from the day. And of course, we head down to gather for a coffee to fuel us for the day that's ahead of us. On this particular day, we had market research in Dublin. We do get the opportunity to travel all around Ireland, hire cars, and do market research there. But on this day, we were local and we were headed down to Dunleary Pier on the Dart to carry out some surveys. We were practicing for our market research ahead. And then we also get to come back to the hall and have some lunch. Then straight back into client prep and teamwork. We also have presentations weekly, so we get to practice these in front of each other and get feedback constantly from our program manager, market research, and also your MDP advisors. So as you can see here, this is an example of us presenting one of our meetings, and then that's you all done for the day and head home at 5:30. Just to take you through a few things that weren't mentioned in the video, we also, as Kate has mentioned, have lectures such as digital marketing. We get workshops such as CV, career skills, and professional development. And we also get to work on the social media platforms for different clients and also for Smurfit and MDP, where we create content and film and create captions, which I'll take you through. Then we also have, as I said, research and qualitative and quantitative surveys. And of course, we organize Smurfit Ball and lots of charity events. So, as we've mentioned, we have a very strong MDP alumni network. It's a tight-knit group, so we do stay in touch with the past MDP cohorts. Here are some examples of where some MDP advisors are now. So we have Niall McGrath, who is the co-founder of Fulfill, Cali Foods, and also Slicey Pizza. Then Lauren Crook, who works at who's a global partnership lead at OFX. And then also Darren Fox, who's currently managing director of Richmond International and previously was a market director of White Claw. So we are very lucky here that we get to have actual mentorship panels from past MDP students where they give us guidance throughout the year. And it's very nice to talk to them and get an insight and some advice into where we could go in the future. There's also alumni in different industries who give industry career panels, and this again gives us lots more advice. So we really have an exposure to diverse roles, industries, and career paths, and it really helps with long-term professional connections beyond graduation. So looking at where some MDP advisors are now, so we really have lots of diverse people in the MDP. So there, you can go into many different industries and we learn a lot and work with lots of different clients. We get to kind of test out where we would like to be. So some examples where advisors are now would be Google, Diageo, Jameson, Applegreen, Heineken. There's also Applegreen, LinkedIn, and many more, as you can see here. So also the social aspect is definitely a big part of the MDP. We're quite tight-knit group as there's 30 students, so you really get to connect with new people and make lifelong friends here. So here are some examples of the fun that we get to have. As I mentioned before, we actually organise Smurfit Ball, and so you get to attend that as well, of course. There's also MDP bonding trips throughout the year. This is an example of people just at Taste of Dublin. Then there's also team building activities. We actually got to take part in a rowing competition in Grand Canal Dock at the beginning of the year. So that was a great bonding and team building activity. And then, of course, MDP also organise charity events. So you really get a close relationship with lecturers and mentors and academic, and you really just get to grow your career. Also, as I mentioned before, we do run the social media platforms. So we get to work on the Smurfit social media and also the MDP social media, and of course the website. So these are filmed and directed by ourselves, and we do projects around them. But if you would like to take a look at maybe some more of our page, as you can see here, we post a lot. So it's great to keep up with us. So you can just look up the links there and the Instagram, TikTok, and of course the website. And then if you would like to apply, so the application process, so you have to do a document and essay. So this would consist of academic transcripts, such as a CV, and also a two 300-word essays. And then that's followed by an interview, which is held by two MDP advisors and our two program managers. And then you are required to complete two competency tasks and standard interview questions. So if you are interested in applying, apply now through the UCD Smurfit website. Also, if you'd like to contact any of us, the MDP advisors are always open to talk to potential students and give them some advice. So these are all the different platforms you can contact us on: TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, our website, and our email as well. So I'll now pass you back to Harriet.
Great, thank you, Jill. Thank you, Kate. If you have any questions, if we could see those, that would be great.
Hi, Harry. We're just saying, how are you today? Thank you all for that. Just a few questions came in on the scholarships. So just specifically to say, there are a number of scholarships available for the Marketing and Retail Innovation Masters, but also we have a very extensive Aspire scholarship program, which you do have to make a formal application for, and that's still open on our website. So please be sure to apply for that. There are some MSc Ireland Excellence scholarships also, but you don't need to make an application for that. But you do, on your application form, just tick this scholarship box. And then also there's some regional based scholarships for non-EU students for specific regions.
Great, thank you, Elaine. Anything else come through on questions?
Just a question, Harriet, around any kind of international experience opportunities that might be available for marketing students, whether it be trips or exchanges.
Yes, there is specifically for the marketing area. There is the Toulouse Business School Exchange, where students can attend a week-long course on luxury and retail in Paris with Toulouse Business School. And that's operated every year. I do believe that Jill and Kate, did one of you go on that?
Yeah, I went on it this year.
And really interesting and really exciting and very enjoyable. And that is offered to those students who can have the opportunity to go. It is offered across all 4 marketing courses.
Just another question, Harriet, around, I suppose, career supports and the career service that's available to marketing students.
We have a great careers department here who are very, very supportive. They run CV workshops, they run one-to-one role plays. They are very engaged with trying to help students who come to UCD get a job and succeed in the whole process of recruitment. So as soon as a student is here, they can engage with the careers department, and the careers department will support them the whole way through. I don't know if there are any more questions, Orla?
There's one final question just around a question around, is there an interview selection process for the marketing programs?
It's
Elaine,
only
you may want to respond to this one as well.
Yeah, the only interview, the only master's program that requires an interview is the marketing practice program, which Harriet outlined. All other marketing programs don't require an interview. However, you do require your statement, your references, and that. So we still have places available on all the marketing programs. But we obviously are getting kind of a high demand, particularly for the marketing practice program. We still have some places left. So please, please continue to apply. For the UCD students, there is no application fee, but for all other students, there is an application fee. So just bear that in mind.
great. I think if that's all the questions that have come through, thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope that we have answered some of your questions.